I get to congratulate my next guest. Not only is he a three-time Pro Bowler, absolute legend, iconic player, one of my favorite players anywhere he was playing in any uniform, Super Bowl champion and head coach at Delaware State now. Head coach at Delaware State. DeSean Jackson, how does that feel?
And it feels great, man. I've been having some great times being a head coach now. Obviously, the last time I talked to you, I wasn't a head coach, so we got a lot to do. We got a lot of catching up to doing.
What was the thing that sort of, were you interested from the minute? Or was there a moment where you're like, yeah, I'm all in on this? It's a huge job and congratulations.
Nah, at first, man, I was speculating. I was like, I kind of always shied away from like obviously taking a role of like college football or NFL because, playing, obviously in college, playing in the NFL, I know how much times my coaches spent in the facility and, I just know how much goes in and out of, being a head coach. So for me, when it first came up, I definitely wasn't interested in it. I was actually coaching high school football and I was having a good time doing it. And after the season last year, this kind of opportunity fell on my lap. And the first few conversations I talked about, I'm like, nah, it's too much time. I don't want to do it. I'm enjoying high school. And then I think after that third conversation, I was like, all right, I'll start to kind of like let the acceptance of it. And I'm like, man, let me consider this. And then from there, like obviously talking to a few people, DeSean was one of them, Coach Reed, a few of my old coaches, and they kind of start sinking in. I'm like, yeah, you know what? I might not want to pass this opportunity up.
Have you talked to Coach Reed about it?
I have, for sure. He's been very influential. He helped me, in the process of getting this job. He put his career and his name on the line for me to get this job. So I mean, it just shows you how much Coach Reed helped.
What did he say? What do you think he said about you? That's amazing.
I mean, so going through the process, the president, the athletic director, they asked about, some guys that basically, in reference, and Coach Reed was one of those names that I dropped. Sean McVay was another one I dropped. Obviously, Deion Sanders, my old offensive coordinator as well, too. So I don't know exactly what the conversation was, but, from what I got back from the president of Delaware State and and the athletic director, they said some great things about me. They said how good of a leader I was, how I can demand a room and, just my insight, my IQ on football. So I definitely think it helped me get the job.
I'm like thinking of your resume. If you had, it was like old school and you had to print it out. It's Deion Sanders, Andy Reid, Sean McVay. Like that's pretty hard to pass up. You've certainly earned it. I'm excited to see what kind of coach you're going to be. I know, and the kids are going to miss you, but I feel like now you have like a little farm system with the Woodrow Wilson high school crowd, right? You can like recruit from there easily. I see what you're doing.
Yeah,
What
for
kind of a
sure.
coach are you going to be? What kind of coach?
Well, I think for me, the best coaches I had relationships with were coaches that were like a player coach. You know what I'm saying? So like as far as like understanding the players, I love to be understanding and just kind of be able to relate to my players. I'm not too hard on them, but at the end of the day, I do have to be strict because I know in order for me to get the room and to win the room over, they have to respect me as far as what I'm preaching. I'm gonna be able to go out there and show them what I'm preaching as well too. So just really having that happy medium where we're going to work them, but then we'll kind of pull back a little bit as well too. So I mean, this process has been different for me, and the reason why I say it because it's NIL space, and I have some players coming in my office asking like, coach, I want this amount of money, and I'm going to the highest bid, and I'm like, man, if I can remember going back, if I would have went into Nick Saban or Pete Carroll's office back then and be like, I want this, I want that, they would have looked at me like, man, you better get out of here. So it's just crazy now these kids come in and they're asking for
You
money and
never
all that.
did that, DeSean. You never went into the coach's office and said, I want this, I want that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's hilarious that these kids, basically you're saying these kids today, these
Yes,
kids
it's different.
today.
It's different. It's just a different era. I honestly look at this era now. It's like a free agency. It's like almost like an NFL system. It's like a farm system to the NFL. I think the NCAA they're gonna have to figure this out because right now there's no cap on it. Some schools are able to pay these guys millions of dollars, and then some schools, like us, we don't really have the resources. And HBCU or Black College, we don't have the resources to compete with an Oregon or Alabama, all these other schools, and we're a Division I school. You know what I'm saying? So think they gonna have to figure it out. It's tough right now, but we're doing a great job though. I will say that my name and the resources and relationships I have
Mhm.
has been able for me to be able to get some of these guys to commit to us.
What's your pitch? What's your pitch to people, knowing that, it's DeSean Jackson? I don't know if you need much more than that, but what is your pitch to a kid who's thinking, maybe I can go to an
Yeah.
HBCU, maybe I can go to a different squad, but I want to go be a Hornet?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, my pitch has been very simple. To be able to have 15 years, to be one of the best deep threats to ever play in the game, to have the experience, to know, the do's and the don'ts. I know what the next level is looking for. And I have a lot of relationships at the next level as well too. Like, within my first couple months here, I had the players from last year that was graduating and going to the, entering the NFL and all that stuff. Like I had a pro day here, so I had the Commanders. I had the Eagles coming down here and they did a pro day for me. So I just think for me, just really having the relationships and having the respect of, a lot of these young dudes that are, growing up and looking up to guys like me. So obviously I may not be able to offer $1 million, but I may be able to offer 20,000 in NIL, but my name may be able to
Yeah.
make up the rest of that money.
Who's a coach that you haven't mentioned, or somebody that you will bring to speak to the team? Like if you had a wish list, who would you have come speak to the squad?
That's a great question.
You haven't mentioned John Harbaugh yet in your coaches. Just saying.
No, I haven't. John Harbaugh, man, I have a great relationship with John. Obviously, I played with him in the last team I played with the Ravens. But um, I mean, John Gruden. I think John Gruden would be somebody I respect. I got a good relationship with. I think too, not even a coach, but I seen Colorado had Denzel Washington go over there. Man, that was very influential. Man,
Crazy.
I think Denzel is a heck of a guy as well too. So. I mean, I don't know. That's a great question. I got to think on that. Yeah, I don't know. You got me thinking now.
But I
I
think
got
that's
a
like
great.
an advantage that you have, because I think you just said how impactful that was. Dion could, pull him. You have the IQ, you have your own pedigree. You don't need it, but the fact that you can bring somebody in like
Yeah,
that. Are you not going to bring Shady in? What's up?
yeah. Me and no, Shady actually is coming next week. That's crazy. You said that. I
Okay.
just talked to Shady, so Shady's gonna come down next week. He's been very supportive, and it's crazy because we just had our podcast, and now here it is. I'm coaching, and Shady's still doing the media stuff. So I think when we did our last podcast, Shady was like, "What do you think? Maybe I could be a head coach." And I was like, "Man, Howard may need a new coach." So he's like, "Maybe I could be a good coach for Howard."
LeSean McCoy, head coach of Howard. I would love to see that. Do you think
Howard University.
would LeSean be a good coach, head coach? What about him? It would make him a good head coach.
I think he will be a great head coach. I think Shady's he's a very personal coach. I mean, not coach, but human being. I think his insight on the game. He's very smart. He loves to argue. That's why he's on TV. I think he's a very debatable person. So, I mean, I think he knows sports. He knows talent. So I think he can get up in front of a room and be able to take over a whole room, especially in college. I think that's the biggest thing. You got to be able to demand a room. And being the
Mhm.
head coach, I was able to learn a lot from the Sean McVays, the Andy Reeds, and they was able to. I mean, I can remember Sean McVay when John Gruden was our head coach when I played for the Redskins back then.
Mhm.
I could just see he was young and he just got up in front of the room and he just demanded the room. It's like I seen early and I'm like, man, that dude's gonna be a head coach.
Uh, and he is, and he won a Super Bowl and went to a Super Bowl before that, and the rest is history. I got a little Gruden connection there. What happens to 25-10?
Great question, man. I was just on the phone with Teo. Me and Teo, who's still my
Hi,
marketing
Taya.
manager. We were just talking about doing some things. So I mean, me and Shady still talked about the possibility of continuously 25-10. I mean, we did some great things in season one. So with me coaching now, obviously my schedule's a little different, but I think we're gonna still try to bring 25-10 back, man. It's
That's
some great
right,
memories.
Teo. Work on it. Don't let it die. You guys crush it. It's not easy to do, and I feel like even for recruiting, it's a good tool to have, right?
No, definitely it is, man. Media is,
Yeah.
I mean, the podcast, I mean, when I told you was a podcast, you're like, well, it's not quite a podcast, even when you
I
corrected me, but
love you.
you're like, it's a live show, D-Jack.
I love when I love when you imitate me. It's actually hilarious. Okay, so I want to go to a game. Obviously, I need to get to a game. I've never even been
Got
to
you. You
Delaware.
got it. You
I know.
you
I want
got
to
to.
come
You
to a
never been to
game.
Delaware? You never been to
Never. I
Delaware?
don't think. I don't think ever. I would love
It's
to
only
go.
like
I would
it's,
love to
it's
go to
only
a
like
game.
it's only like an hour and 15 minutes from DC. I mean, not from DC. It's an hour and 15 from Philly, maybe like an hour and 30 from DC, an hour from Baltimore, 2 hours from New York. It's very central. We're
And
in a
look,
great. It's not too much to do here in Delaware, but if you want to go get to somewhere quick, you can get there quick.
so what game should I come to? Which game do you think, like, circle the game for me? Is it the
Michael Vick
Howard?
and D Jack. Michael Vick and D Jack at the link. We're trying to get it at the link.
What?
I don't know if I was supposed to spill that yet, but we're trying to
Which
get
game
it
is this?
November
I'm
1st.
looking
November
November
1st.
1st.
Well, it may be a different date. We're
Oh,
trying to work on a date. It may be October 30th, and it's
the
posted. We're trying to get
Spartans
it
at
at.
the Hornets?
We're trying to get that at the Lincoln Financial Field. We're trying to get it at the Eagle Stadium.
Do you want to just, are we talking to Howie? Are we talking to, who are we talking to here?
We
We're going
close. I think we're real close. So here it is. I'm spilling all the beans, and hopefully everything is all
No.
right. But not. We're close to getting it
What
done.
have those conversations been like? I mean, you
No, it's
played
going
5
great.
seasons together. Yeah.
Going great. I just actually talked to my athletic director this morning, and on our end is going good. So they just got to accept it on their end, but it's looking pretty good.
Jason McCourty was on the show yesterday, and he said that if he could pick one person to coach Team USA in flag football in 2028, he'd pick Michael Vick.
Oh, that's dope. No, Michael Pickens, I think he's going to do dope, man. He's going to be a great head coach. I think, he's been doing a great job as well too. We've been competing against each other, obviously in this recruiting battle. He's been getting guys. I've been getting guys. So I think that game is going to be crazy. And if it happens to be at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, I mean that's going to be awesome.
I feel like Andy Reid has to somehow go to that game and make it back for whatever Sunday game I'm sure they have a primetime game they can make it. Andy Reid has to go to that game.
Yeah, it's potentially going to be on a Thursday, so hopefully he can make it.
I love this. I love this scoop that we're getting. Okay, let's talk a little NFL here. NFC East, their receivers are loaded all of a sudden, right? Like you have Debo, he goes to the Commanders. He's now with Scary Terry. George Pickens is in Dallas. He's with CeeDee Lamb. Do the Eagles still have the best wide receivers in the division? Let's take a look.
That's a great question. I think as far as the receivers, the addition of obviously Debo Samuels and George Pickens, I think there are some ballers. Obviously Malik Neighbors and Darius Slayton are some ballers as well too. But I mean, let's just be real, man. The production and them Philadelphia Eagle green colors, man, it's looking real good over there, man. You got AJ Brown, you got Devontae Smith, Super Bowl champions. I was at the Super Bowl, man. I mean, we did the Kansas City Chiefs so bad. And Andy Reid, I love you, my dog, but I don't think your boy Patrick Mahomes couldn't look left. He couldn't look right. He couldn't look nowhere, man. So, I mean, I'm very confident that the Eagles we bring that crown back home. I think they'll do a heck of a job this year as well too. So, I'm going with my Eagles, man. It's hard to go against them right now, man. I think Devontae and AJ, man, obviously they're some ballers.
Who do you think will make a bigger impact? George Pickens on the Cowboys or Debo on the Commanders, as far as taking out your beloved Eagles? Who will make a bigger impact this year?
Man, why did you do that to me?
Because I thought that was so easy because you won't pick the Cowboys.
As easy as it is to say, it's hard to say in the same sentence. But I think George Pickens is going to be a bigger impact. I think, obviously, Debo. I think he's a good implement over there. Jaden Daniels had a heck of a year as well too. So, I mean, Dak. Dak's he's a regular season hero. I just don't know how he's going to transition into the playoffs. But as far as regular season, I think the Cowboys will have a better production from CD and George Pickens if we're going to just talk about receivers.
I love that. And I think, it's loaded. I mean, Jaden and company, they just added Jalen Lane as well, the rookie. So I'm excited to see what the Commanders do, but the Cowboys hopefully do to sort of outperform what people think that they won't do. You mentioned Andy Reid, and obviously he was supportive of you getting this job. When you talked to him on the phone, have you guys talked about the Super Bowl loss?
No, we ain't talking. I actually
that's the code. Like you just don't even bring it up.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't bring that up. I mean, it was crazy because I was actually supposed to go visit him when I was out there for the Super Bowl, and I ended up didn't make it because just the traffic and it was just too crazy. So I haven't actually talked. Oh no, I did talk to him after because obviously I got this job. But as far as talking about the Super Bowl, no, we didn't talk about the Super Bowl, and I got too much respect for him to say anything about that because at the end of the day, I know how bad he wanted to beat Philadelphia. Obviously. He's won Super Bowls though. I mean, since he's left Philadelphia, he got 2 Super Bowls already. So I mean, his legacy, man, is just awesome. I think, Coach Reed all time in my book, is the top 5 coach all time. So I think it's just, it's our time in Philadelphia right now. We don't have that many Super Bowls. I mean, all time we think we have 2 Super Bowls or 3. Now it's 3. So, we're trying to add to those rings.
Andy Reid 3 Super Bowls.
3.
So he's obviously would want to add one that was meaningful. And like you were saying, it was like, not that they lost, it was just a bad loss. My question for you is, knowing him and just how you see the game, what does that loss do to them this year? Because everybody that's coming across these airwaves is telling me this is the biggest test for them yet. And they're not wrong in terms of like, yeah, the AFC West is loaded. They've got more competition there than they've had in a while. All the coaches, they're stacked. Pete Carroll's back. Even that. What will this year be like, in your opinion, for the Chiefs? And what will that loss be a driving force people are not seeing?
I mean, I think you gotta be honest and real with yourself. I think over the years, man, Kansas City has run the AFC conference in general. I mean, you've had the Bills that competed with them. Obviously, you had Cincinnati competing with them as well too. But just overall, if you just go back over the past 3 to 5 years and look at their record and what they've accomplished, I think hands down, they've been the top dog of that division or of that conference. Obviously, this year, like you said, you got Pete Carroll over at in Vegas now. You have my boy Peyton in Denver. So I mean, it's going to be a lot of. I mean, you got Harbaugh for the Chargers that did pretty good last year in his first year. And you got Houston Texans, C.J. Stroud. I love him as well too. I mean, it's definitely stacked. But I think this year, I don't think they're as dominant as they are in the past years. I just think the talent is arising in the AFC now, and I just think they'll struggle a little bit. I think they'll still be a top 5 team, but I just don't see them, just over dominating the conference like that no more.
They're not the favorite. Do you agree? The Bills and Ravens above them is what it is right now. I know it's hard.
Yeah, that's hard. I mean, you still have Patrick Mahomes. I still consider Patrick Mahomes the best quarterback in the league right now. I mean, obviously, my boy Lamar Jackson is right there. I put him like right under. I mean, Josh Allen, obviously, you can say those 3 are the top 3 quarterbacks, and then it's just a lot of. It's just hard right now. I'm not even gonna lie. But if I just go AFC, if I just stayed in the AFC, I would pick I would pick Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and I would put Patrick Mahomes, the top 3 over there in that division. But I mean, Jalen Hurts is arguably able to be up there now. He got a Super Bowl under his belt. I mean, he's played lights out football. I mean, he's been a winner. And I know a lot of people crucify him about his stats and all this other stuff, but at the end of the day, he's proven that he can be a winner in this league.
No, I think I won't even have that argument on this show anymore. As far as what do you make, does Jalen belong in the conversation? I won't even have it. You can't, there's no argument that he's not in the conversation in the top 5. There's just not, he's a winner. And he, on the biggest stages, shows up the best in our generation. Even in a Super Bowl loss, he crushed it. We're talking a little AFC West here. So I was at the rookie premiere like 2 weeks ago. All the rookies they put on their new unis the whole time. And I love this Ashton Genty. Like, I love the energy he brings. I think he's a star. Raiders rookie. He had this like pre-snap stance, right? His entire career. He looked like Mike Myers. He looked scary. He stands straight up. He tells me he's not going to change it. Like, DeSean, adamant, 100%.
I know where we're going with this. You see, I put my hand down because I know where we're going with this.
Well, what? And then Chip, I had to see the clip. Chip, in 1 minute, unravels this. What do you think?
Honestly, man, I just he got to do better, man. I mean, at the end of the day, how ugly this thing. I don't want to say his name because I don't like giving him light, but. I mean, for his stance, I just feel like as a coach, you have to do better because, I mean, this guy has been proven. I mean, he was literally one of the best running backs in college football. I mean, he's had the production. I mean, he still runs crazy. He still leading the league or leading college football in yard. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, to come in the NFL and try to change his stance up, I'm just not a fan of it. I mean, at the end of the day, if he comes in and doesn't have the production or he doesn't do as good as being the top pick that you guys drafted him, then okay, let's talk about it. But just to try to do it before you even play one game, I just don't like it.
Do you think that what he did, like just football wise, that would work in the NFL? I mean, I know Gibbs does it, but he doesn't stand
I mean, yeah.
straight up like that.
I mean, you have guys that do it. I mean, at the end of the day, if they don't stand up, it's just. I mean, I've seen it before. Some guys do. They just go up there and they just stand. So I mean, for me, I'm not a running back coach. I'm not an offensive coordinator. I mean, I can be offensive coordinator, but I mean, if I was to ask Deuce Staley this question, or LeSean McCoy, guys that play running back, or like
Hmm.
C.J. Johnson, C2K, I don't think it's that big of a deal. And that's just my opinion. Now, if he goes into the NFL and doesn't have the success because of his stance, then maybe we can critique that and talk about it. But I don't know. I think you're just picking on something that don't really got to be picked on right now. And that's just my opinion. That's
Hmm.
all.
What would you tell Ashton and how to
Oh
thrive
my
there?
gosh. Be yourself. Continue to go out there and produce. Have fun. At the end of the day, don't get too caught up. I mean, you're in the NFL. I mean, now if we're talking about high school or we're going back to college, yeah, maybe you can kind of critique that stuff different. But like when I draft a guy to go to the NFL, I'm not drafting you to come teach you how to play running back. I'm not drafting you to change your position. I drafted you for a reason because you've been proven and you showed what you can do. Now just come here and just do what you need to do. We don't got to talk
Mm.
about nothing else. Just come in and produce. That's all I need from you, sir.
I have my I have Mercedes Lewis on the show Thursday. I know you guys go way back. He's entering his 20th season. He's going to go somewhere. Do you have a wish list place for him? Where should he go? Back to the Jags? Should he go Green Bay? Like
Um,
where would you like to see your old friend Mercedes Lewis? 20th year,
stay
it's
at
so impressive.
stay at home, man. I would probably say the Rams or the Chargers, man. At the end of the day, I mean, I think for
Chicago?
Mercedes, yeah, Chicago.
Yeah, that's where he was last year.
No, stay at home. Like he's from LA. Stay in California, like the
Oh, okay.
Rams or the or the Chargers. I mean, for me, Mercedes, he's like a big brother to me. He's older than me. I was a freshman at Poly. He was a senior. I kind of followed, his footsteps as well too. So I just don't see how he's still continuously playing. Like I love football, but when I was at year 15, I was like, man, I don't know many more years I could. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just the love and just the repetitiveness. Like now, if it was only for game days to go out there and play on Sundays, I would be able to do it. But I don't know. It just takes a toll, and I guess I don't know. He just loves it that much. But my kids, I got other things I was interested in doing, and it was just like I don't see how much. Big bro, please tell me how you still doing it at year 20. I don't see how.
And the way that he plays, the way that he blocks still, like top
Nah,
of his game.
he's
He did say if he'd like to be back with Caleb in Chicago, which I think is interesting. And if that's what he wants, like maybe it's because he did move there or something.
he's used to playing in that cold weather too. He's been at Green Bay. I couldn't.
Yeah.
Cool.
Who
No
retires
sir.
first? Who retires first, DeSean? Aaron Rodgers or Mercedes Lewis?
Mm, dang. I,
I love
I
talking to
think
you.
I think I think honestly, man, Aaron Rodgers still he's still trying to he still got more in him. I think he still got the urge after his Achilles to still want to go prove and play and show people he can come back after it. So I would probably say Mercedes.
Mercedes will retire first. We'll see. You mentioned
Yeah.
kids. Do you have a baby on the way?
Yes.
Congratulations! I'm so happy for you. Like you just said, you were more interested in kids than playing for a 16th year. Congratulations! You have like a whole, DeSean. You have a whole life going
I
on right now.
got
I'm so happy for you. What
all
blessings! God
boys,
is good.
all boys. I can't make any girls right now.
You
It's
have a
my
boy on
third
the way.
boy. My third
Do
boy
you
on the
want
way.
a girl?
I'm gonna try one more. I'm gonna go for one more, and it's over after that. Here it is.
Well,
I'm at
congrats.
38 years old and still talking about more kids. My dad was like 55 and had a kid, so like I
Really?
got hope. Yeah, my dad was like
Yeah.
50, I think 50 or something. Yeah.
Yeah, if men have that privilege, it's called biology, and it's not a woman's world in that regard. But I'm so happy for you. Congratulations, a third boy for DeSean
Third boy.
Jackson that maybe will go on to be a Hornet. Let me give you a from the not the Charlotte Hornets, but let's talk a little NBA here before I let you go. Knicks, they went down 3-1. I know you're a guy. We had another clutch game from Halliburton. What is the worst? What did you make of that game? Let's ask you that.
Well, for me, it's just crazy because I actually saw Halle Burton kind of like just taking over. I mean, obviously I love man, I'm going blank right now. What's the
Brunson?
point guard? Bronson. I love Bronson. Obviously, Bronson, Cat's been doing a great job as well too.
Hmm.
You know, it's just for me. It's something about Indiana, man. Like they're making this look too easy, man. And I just feel like right now, my opinion, Halliburton is taking over right now. I think they're gonna. I think the Knicks may win this next game, but then I think they close out after that. I think it's gonna. You know the NBA, man. It's all about dollars and cents. I think both series are gonna go one more game, and then I think it'll be 3-2 both games somehow, some way, and then obviously I think OKC is gonna win, and I think we're gonna see Indiana. That's gonna be the finals championship. And I honestly, it's hard to go against SGA right now, man. SGA's
I
balling
like
out
him a
this
lot.
world, man. He's balling. Caruso's balling. I think they're playing good together right now. The way they're doing, man. I think both teams are dominating. Obviously, Indiana and OKC is dominating. I think it's gonna be a heck of a game. And these are great. These are great. I mean, it's great for me because these are teams that are not used to being in this spotlight, and I think it's just good for the culture. It's good for basketball.
I mean, it's the small market teams will make it to the finals. We'd love to see it. Short TV break. I do want to keep you first for one more question, DeSean. We'll be back after this. We're keeping you live on YouTube. 1 second. Worst moment for New York sports: the choke job game one that started this mess for the Knicks, or your punt return against the Giants in 2010.
Come on, man. We know that. It's that punt return, man. They still hate me. Even though that was hard, though. He replayed the Reggie Miller. That was hard. Oh yeah, you gonna relive that moment, man. I'm sorry, Giants fans, if you're on live YouTube right now watching. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I know you hate me.
It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. You don't even need to do like a choke job antics thing like Halliburton did. You don't even need that. You didn't need your Reggie Miller moment. You just did this. This is amazing.
I made him. They was mad. It's like, just get in the end zone.
Are you showing this shit to these your football players? Like, are the Hornets? Do they understand who you are and what you've done? How much tape are you showing of you?
Yeah, I'll be throwing old highlights of the old DJ back in the day. They be like, man, how was you able to run that fast? I'm like, man, that's why I'm like, when you get out on the field, man, we got to work hard, man, because at the end of the day, it's not just going to fall in your lap. Greatness is not, that's what people don't understand. I think like the greats, we're great for a reason. You know what I'm saying? You put so much hard work. I mean, look at you. You're great for a reason because you put so much, and you know your stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's just like the more repetitive, the more you work at it. I mean, with anything, I don't think when you first started to where you're at now, you don't think you was as good as you are now, right? When you first started, right?
Yeah, you got to put in the work. You also have to have, I think you're always great about giving credit to other people too. You're always giving credit to your team, the moment, whatever it is, your coaches. You've always been that way. And that matters too. And I'm sure, I mean, I want to come to a game. Aunt Kay's got to come to a game and hold that new baby boy. I got to come.
Come on. Yeah, Auntie K.
Auntie K, sounds good. You're the best. And by the way, you do have camps. I don't know how you're doing this. I don't know how you have the time. You have a kids camp on Friday. You have a mega camp on June 7th. And where can people sign up?
So they can sign up on Delaware State football page on IG. It's Dale_football. And you can go on to click on the link and sign up for it. And it's crazy. Our due date is July 15th, so I'm gonna be doing a camp and racing to LA for this baby to be born.
I'm happy for you. And then at 25 and 10, I need the recap episode. You got to just make it work somehow. And I'm hopeful for that. By the way, really quick, in like 10 seconds, Kirk Cousins wasn't at OTAs. What's up? Is he getting traded? Where do you want to see him?
Kirk Cousins, he's still on the Falcons, right?
He didn't show up though. Where should he go? Trade?
Where do I want to see him?
Where? Tell me.
Who needs a quarterback right now? Shoot.
The Steelers?
Ooh, yeah. I mean, because what's up with Aaron Rodgers? I don't know what he's doing. Or the Saints. The Saints need a quarterback too, right?
Maybe. I don't know. You're the best, D-Jax. Love you. Congratulations.
Oh, I love you too. Appreciate you.
Bye. Yeah, you too.